Hey girl, you trying to hit this?
Oh, you know exactly what I need.
Guys, happy Tuesday. It's your favorite girls, Jamie Lee.
And Emily Wade.
As you can tell, our sobriety's not going well.
No, it's not going well at all, but happy New Year again, boys and girls. We appreciate you tuning in.
Yeah, the real New Year's in March anyways. But yeah, we did drink with Uncle Laser. And that means we're in Boston while we're recording this. And we are at my sister's boyfriend's house in his basement. Welcome to my sister, Tyler47.
Jim, they haven't let me out in 92 days.
I've been locked up in this basement.
Luckily, it's pretty warm.
It is pretty warm down here.
I know, I'm really excited that they're here in my little safe space.
This is your third time on the pod.
I know, third time, big three. Good things come in threes, and same with bad
Except
things.
2023, that year sucked.
Oh my god, yeah.
2023?
Absolutely.
How was 2023 for you guys?
It was pretty intense, I would say. I mean, we started it off. It was a pretty good time. I mean, we had your birthday. We immediately were in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
So that was a good time. But obviously, some bad things happened in February. But it was...
Some bad things just like spiraled. It was like the snowball. Like I felt like I was in Crash Bandicoot. And I'm running from like the rock that's behind me rolling.
Crash Bandicoot's a little raccoon-looking guy.
Yeah.
Not Sonic, though.
No, yeah.
Yeah, like the
He
tall
was like a
Mickey
fox
Mouse
or
Is he the
something,
blue one?
right?
Yeah.
No, that's Sonic.
No, he was blue too, though.
Crash?
Bandicoot? Wait,
Right?
was he
Didn't
orange
he have blue
and blue?
something?
Maybe he was orange.
No, he's
and-
orange.
Wait,
He's
I
like
don't
an
know.
orange fox.
I think he had
I'm
like
not
a
a video
blue
game guy.
bandana.
Oh, maybe that.
Was Crash Bandicoot a Crip?
Oh, man. Let's find out. Hold on, Crash Band. I have that on my
This is
Nintendo
like-
Switch.
The Mandela effect. Like, I'm picturing like a blue bandana. I don't know why.
No, I also, that's kind of what I pictured too, like blue collar.
He had
But
blue
orange
jeans
body.
on.
Oh,
Oh, wait, what did he look like?
okay.
Yeah, like a red fox and blue.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was picturing orange and blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's me.
That's you.
That was my 2023.
No, it was a good year.
I think it was a good
I'm
year.
trying to refrain from talking about diarrhea.
Last time I was on here
Yeah.
on my podcast, I was like, Tyler, you've been talking about shit and drugs a lot. And she was like, what'd you
All I
say?
do is shit and do drugs. I don't know what this podcast
Oh, yeah.
wants from me.
You made up a song
But
for
I
Nolan
changed.
last time you were on the pod.
Oh my god, I actually like reflect on that a lot, and I'm like, I have freestyled so many really good songs for him about Moshi, about him, about so many
You gotta
things
start
in our
hitting
lives.
record.
I really
You do.
and I really could make him a full parody song at this time, but that song that I sang on that episode was so trash. Like that was
You know what? You kind of remind me of Phoebe from Friends. And she got like famous during Friends for the Smelly Cat song. And if you came out with like a parody for Mochi, that would be so cute.
Smelly dog.
Stop.
Smelly
I would be
dog.
lying if I said I hadn't been compared to that woman in my life before.
To Phoebe?
So many characters.
Like a hotter version.
from Broad City, #1 character I can compare to. Tucci's like, you are her.
If I were
Crazy.
a fictional character, who would I be? Like personality-wise, not looks.
Oh my god. Why do I feel like
Donkey Kong?
I don't know why, but I'm like picturing
Like the sad
that?
donkey and Pooh Bear.
Oh,
You're? No, just kidding.
no way. I was picturing like kind of quiet, kind of like not pessimistic, but like kind of like
what?
intimidating.
What about,
What's her name?
what if you
Dara?
were Timon and I'm Pumbaa?
Oh my god, no.
Who's our Simba? Ray.
Yeah, the golden child.
Sorry.
You know Ray, right?
Yes.
Ray Day?
Raymond?
Raymond.
I know, Raymond? That made me immediately think of Aquamarine. Wait.
Raymond Sherman.
Yeah, I was. Wait, why am I forgetting?
Sherwood, Ray Sherwood.
He's
Okay,
Handsome
Ray
Shrek.
Sherwood.
Handsome
Yeah,
Shrek.
duh. Definitely looks like Handsome Shrek.
Yeah.
Definitely. No, but I love Ray.
So you think
Good
he's
vibe.
handsome?
So you think he looks like Shrek?
No, but
She's like,
love Ray. We all love Ray.
We love Ray.
You know, when I saw him at your live show, when I saw his face, I think maybe you guys made a joke about him or something.
Oh, I made the whole crowd boo him.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
'cause he
that's
was
when I-
late.
Yeah.
He's late. I go, everyone boo Ray.
Get that motherfucker.
Yeah, they were like, you were fucking late. And then I look, and I'm like, oh my God, Ray, okay, someone in this crowd that I know. So then I was like, okay, come like sit with me and Nico and Sue. So he's good vibes, but definitely does look like Handsome Shrek. It's a little,
For sure.
And that ends our Ray Sherwood segment of the episode. Tune in next week. What is wrong with me to find out
I feel
more?
the same way.
Maybe it was that random weed a fan gave Uncle Laser, and then he gave it to us.
You know, I gotta stop trusting people who are like, here's weed. I just smoke it. I never question it.
And me either. I didn't even read the label.
I always question things. I didn't know that was given to you by a stranger. Let me smoke it.
He seemed like a nice guy. He was the guy with the long hair who was dancing with you and talking to you the whole night.
Love Zach. He was nice. Like, honestly, him and the kid Matt that we met, I think that they came together. Not sure. They were good vibes.
Well, we should tell everyone what happened. So
yeah, I was going to say.
We had our show at Laugh Boston with Uncle Laser, and, we were anxiety-ridden. So,
oh, my God.
Yeah.
So we did get a vape. It's only 3%, and it's clear, and we're throwing them out before we even get on the flight back home. Definitely drank. It was like a celebratory night. Everyone came out. We invited all of the fans to Scorpion Bar. We got multiple free bottles. We went up to the club, and then like the fans were with us.
We got trashed. Personally, I got trashed.
I fled the scene.
You left?
Everyone thought I got fucking kicked out. I fled. I was like, I gotta go.
No, you told me that you were leaving.
Okay.
And then I
told
was
me
like,
too.
and then one of like our friends, Mike, was like, Jamie's sister got kicked out of the club today. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, she got kicked out by a bouncer. I was like, I don't think so.
He probably saw the bouncer trying to assault me. I was like, oh my God, like she's getting grabbed by this man and taken out. That's probably what it was. And then I went to say goodbyes.
Oh, so there was a security guard who came from another club and came to see Uncle Laser at the Grand, and he was apparently getting handsy
with a lot of people. Apparently,
he had to go.
I'm happy it wasn't just.
And my friend looks at me and he's like, this guy keeps touching women, and Laser's pissed. I look at Laser and he has laser eyes and he's so angry. And he's like, I don't like guys who touch fucking women. Get him out of here. And I had to look at I'm kicking out this like 6'4" black man. And I had to be like, you have to go. You have to leave our table. I'm like, where's the security getting him out?
He was such good vibes. I have to say that. I did not get that vibe from him before. I feel like that was the second time that I had met him. So to see him, like, he already saw me with Nolan before. So you've seen me with my boyfriend, my partner, whatever. So I feel like regardless, single woman shouldn't, you know what I mean?
Shouldn't be touching random people.
No, you shouldn't be fucking touching people regardless. But you have seen me with my partner. I've been nice to you. It's not flirting. It's not giving you any other type of idea, whatever. And then you see me another time when I'm alone, and then you think it's okay to put your hands on me. That makes me a little uncomfortable.
That's just being a woman.
I just kind of was like frozen. We're talking about this on the podcast.
There's nothing we can do, because if we're nice to them, then they think we're flirting, and if we're mean, then they think we're flirting. So like, what are we supposed to do?
So yeah. So luckily, that was. Love Uncle Laser for that. It is the bare minimum to protect women, but
he's super about protecting women. He's all about
women. He was very sweet. Good vibes.
Hide your cats from Uncle Laser, but he's great with women.
Hide your cats?
Oh, did you see that clip where he was like, I used to take cats from rich neighborhoods and ransom them back to their owners, and he was like, I made $79,000 in 1 month and 1 summer doing that.
Show me the money. That's actually a very smart idea. I would never. I will tell this story actually, because I think I'm allowed to. So my teacher, I won't say her name, but I love her. She was a very redhead. She looked like Miss Frizzle.
I'm not going to say her name, but I'm going to describe her.
Yeah.
Here's her social.
What's her address?
I actually do know what street she lives on, but everyone at all loved her. She was just hilarious. She'd just shoot the shit with you. She could definitely, like, whatever. She would fuck with you back, like, whatever. She told us this whole story about how she lived in, like, I think Alabama with her, like, abusive ex-boyfriend, and she was like, I'm sick of this. I need to leave. But the neighbor had a dog that they would kind of like neglect, and it would always be outside. She'd always go feed it, always give it water. They were just like pieces of shit. So she's like, fuck this dude. I'm putting this dog in my truck and I'm fucking leaving. And she drove back to Massachusetts, and she still has this dog.
Oh my God, that's so sweet. I almost did that actually, and stole somebody's Persian cat. Okay, well, they were abusing her. They kept her in a basement that had no heat. They
like us right now. No, what are you doing keeping us down here?
No, it's warm.
We're warm. I'm actually like hot right now.
No, but they kept her in a basement, and they didn't comb her mats out, and her eyes got gunky, and I wanted to steal her, but they would have come after me.
Whose basement were you at? I'm like,
where are you in a random basement?
Yeah.
With the
because I lived with them.
Oh.
And that was a family where their son sexually assaulted me.
I was
And
gonna say right up the street from me.
they were like, we don't believe in that shit. And I was like, all
I
right.
should have stole their cat.
No,
I
you
should've. I
totally.
that's
We can still
equal
go
fair
do it. They're up the
price.
road.
A pussy for a pussy.
Don't ever say that again.
We start like a cult of all the women who have been sexually assaulted, and we go to our abusers' houses and steal their animals.
Animals, yeah.
They don't
You wanna
deserve to
feel
have
pain?
pets.
No. Oh my God, no. If you can't, what's the word? Like, not respect just human life. Like, I do not trust you with a fucking animal. Absolutely not. That's not.
No.
Speaking of pets,
Oh,
I got a pet duck.
you won at the game that nobody wins at.
I the claw game. I got a duck, and then I spent $25 on another game gambling trying to win a GoPro. And R.I.P. to that $25.
I wish I told y'all not to do that because I tried so many times at that Squishmallow machine. Like, every time I'm like,
I don't want to play that
another
one.
fucking 25 points. Another 25
Me
points.
too
Like,
at the Squishmallow,
on.
but it's there's no grip.
It's rigged. It is rigged. They don't want you to win. They
They
just
don't want you to win.
Continue to drink and buy these fucking card things.
If anybody can get that Squishmallow, I will pay you $2,000.
go to King's.
You could literally
us the
get
cow.
Squishmallows at the gas station.
But it's like the knowledge that it came from that machine.
That's true.
I want it to come from that machine and I want it to be the Hammerhead Shark Squishmallow. And I will accept nothing less. We're just visiting.
No one's gonna
We've
find
been all
us.
around Massachusetts. We went to Kowloon with Laser, which is like an iconic Boston restaurant. I've actually never been there before in my 25 years of living in Boston.
Me either. And I was like, why is this place so big? And why do I have to trek a football field to get from my car to the restaurant?
And why are there Celtics players in the restaurant signing baseballs? Like, what? I mean, basketballs.
I don't
What
know
is
why
happening?
Celtics
Why are they signing baseballs? Isn't that not what they play?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know what the hype is about. Like, I get it. Like, it's a staple. Like, white trash America, Massachusetts, North Shore. We love it. Hooters is right there.
I've never been to
prefer
Hooters.
I love Hooters. I remember we went there for the first time when Jaime was touring Quinnipiac. And I remember being like, I'm going to go here. Like, because it was like, whatever. We go to Hooters and they asked both of us if we wanted to work there and if we wanted applications. And they were like, she's 14. And I was like, yeah, these are double Ds. So they were like, we'll get her in a few years. We'll get her in a few years.
so
I'm like,
funny.
But yeah, so I've always wanted to work there.
I feel like I need to work at Hooters at like one point in my life
Yeah,
before I
you
get my
There's a Hooters in
reduction.
Coral Gables.
Okay.
That would
I'm
be
in there.
fun. Like, maybe
Yeah,
two
do it.
nights
maybe
a week.
maybe that's what you do 2 nights a week.
That
And you
would
find
be
your
fun.
sugar daddy at the Coral Gables
Yes.
Hooters.
At
you will.
Hooters? You
Are
think
you fucking
sugar daddies
serious?
are going to be at
They're
Hooters?
looking for the titties. I would. That's if I'm like an old man. I mean, I guess
I
if
feel
I'm
like-
looking for classy pussy, I'm going to like.
You don't think
businessmen-
businessmen, the way that businessmen go to golf courses, they don't also go to Hooters?
Yeah, I mean, businessmen go anywhere. You'd be surprised.
They really do.
Any
Hooters, but
businessmen.
They really do.
Yeah, I've actually.
do be doing business.
Yeah,
At Hooters. I always want to be classy pussy, but I feel like I'm still Quincy Mass pussy.
Yeah.
Like, till the day I
Like,
die.
Get me a fucking.
Yeah, I'm
burger from Burger
traumatized
King.
Boston pussy, I feel like.
Traumatized Boston, did you say?
Yeah, like
That's the best pussy.
just like you can tell we're from, like being here, I'm like, it makes sense we're from Boston. Just like our personalities, our attitudes.
It tracks.
like
I
when I'm
love
like,
it
what the
here.
fuck are you talking about? Like things like that. Like
Yeah.
just
Miami,
little conversation
they will stab
things.
you. But like in Boston, so like the way I have to say this. The way people interact in Boston, we will be like, fuck you, your mother's a whore, fuck you, I'm gonna fuck you up, skull fuck you, the whole nine.
Yeah.
But like
the
no
whole
one
nine
actually-
is
that's the whole nine. The whole
Nobody
nine.
has to actually fucking throw hands. But in Miami, you say one thing to someone, they're like, all right, I'm gonna fucking stab you outside. And it's like, dude, we don't need to do that. I think we need to go to group therapy and we need to figure this out. Maybe just swear at me back and that could feel good.
No,
Like,
I think
that's-
we need to bring back dueling.
No,
We need to be able to fight
like on a horse
people.
with a- okay, yeah. Like a horse
like
and
swords.
Like,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
can't I swing on somebody and not get in trouble?
I
I
do
feel like
think
if
it's
someone
stupid that
deserves it-
if you hit somebody, like you get arrested.
I
Or
think about
assault.
that all the time. Don't get me wrong. There are so many times where you shouldn't hit somebody. Use your words, go to fucking therapy. But if a bitch has never been hit in her fucking face before, and she needs to be hit in her fucking face, like you can tell this girl never physically fought her mom in high school, beat her ass. And honestly, It depends on who the person is.
It builds character. Like, being
It does.
abused
You
as
need
a
to get
child.
hit.
Like,
I got hit in the face by my best friend when I was 15. Don't get me wrong. I did not deserve it. Girl really needed therapy. She love her to death. Whatever. But she hit me in the face for no reason. And I just remember being like, that's why your mom likes me more than you. And she always tells me that she's sad that you're her daughter. And then I walked back to the house and she called me over to smoke a cigarette with her. And then she was like, you ate that. Like, that was a fucking hot hit. You ate that. Like, mom, like completely trauma bonding on me. And I was like, okay, she's proud of me. I took the hit. She hit me in the face once. She'll never hit me again. Like, and that was what I just kind of forgave her after that. But that's like Boston.
It's so
I got in a fight in middle
Got in a
school.
fight at L Street Park, and you guys are fine after that. You know what I mean?
It took us a while to be fine, but I was also like, why are we even fighting? We're best friends, and I'm not going to fight you. And she's like, the entire school's here to watch me fight you. So I think there's also the ego thing where she can't back down from the
you're
fight
children.
now. And I'm like, no, I believe in love. And I'm like, and I was like, I'm not fighting you. You're my friend. And I just like kind of let her attack me. I was like, I'm not going to be the person who fights back. You're going to be the
That's
person who's
stronger.
coming after me for no reason.
That I've been there.
I feel like I used to be way more healed as a kid, and then I was bullied out of thinking it was the right thing to do, and now I
Yeah.
like adjusted.
No, dude.
Now I'm
that's-
swinging back to physical violence.
swinging back to the
2024, we choose
Yeah,
violence.
violence solves everything. Like,
Violence solves everything.
I remember my most non-violent friend, Nicole Duran. I'm name dropping her because she's a fucking angel and she deserves to be name dropped on this podcast because there's nothing negative I have to say about her. One time I was at work and I was like texting her, just trying to vent about it. And I was like, I need to beat this girl's ass. And she was like, you know what, Tyler? Like, I think you're a really good person. And if you think that like you should beat her up, I think you should beat her up. And I was like, thank you, Nicole. Like,
I needed that validation.
I needed that validation. Also, if Nicole Duran is telling me to beat your ass, you deserve to get your ass beat. Like, she would never hurt a fly. So that's how I feel about her.
Honest, that fly deserved to get his ass beat.
Yeah.
Who's the last person you wanted to fight?
Oh.
I can't name their name because they're in comedy.
Like a man or a woman?
A man. And believe me, I would have won that fight.
Oh, I already know who it
Hands
is.
down,
I already know who
bro.
it is, right? The guy who's like he's dying.
He's a guy.
Dying?
Oh, no.
Oh, not the dying one?
Not the dying one. But I would have beat his ass too.
The dying one.
He has a disease.
He has like MS, like, and then he's like dying or something, and he just like gets drunk, and he's definitely on pills, and he just like slides in our DMs and says like sexual shit, and then we have to see him at Mike's, and then Emily was like,
My
fuck, I put on her story, fuck comics who like sexualize us every time I get on stage, or they talk about my tits, or like then slide in
Well,
my DMs
valid.
after.
Or slap my ass
Doesn't
at
matter if you're
comedy
dying. Don't
shows.
fucking sexualize me.
And then
Unless
he
you're paying.
DMs her, and he's like, fuck you, you stupid bitch.
And he was like, that DM I sent you was funnier than any material I've ever heard you do. And then he comes up to me at a comedy show like 2 weeks later and he's like, hey, Emily. And I look at him, I go, I hope you don't think we're ever going to be good again. And just like walk away.
And he was trying to say hi to me, and I just like won't look at him. And he's like,
That
hi.
is the equivalent to a man who hits on you and then says, fuck you, you ugly slut. I never wanted to get my dick sucked by you anyways. Why are you in my fucking message requests, bro? Like,
You do
what?
want your dick
You
sucked.
do
Yeah.
want your dick sucked, and now you're fucking mad and deflecting. Oh my god. Defensive ass little
Pussy.
boy.
It always happens.
Oh my god.
We
It is
love
sad.
we love fighting people.
No, I know. I was thinking, I was like, who's the last person I want to fight? And I was like, my answer was probably a man. I don't know anyone who I actually want to get physical with. I feel like I've grown out of that part of my life. But
Oh, I'll probably
a
say my
man.
brother.
Oh my god,
Oh.
David, love you to death.
Right in the kisser.
Love you so much. You're
I was like, that's the last person I wanted to hit.
no, but
That's so
no,
funny.
but that's like different because we were just talking about the way that we used to fight as kids, and it was very intense.
You guys like beat each other
my
up.
God.
I remember I threw a coin, like a quarter across the room.
A quarter?
A quarter across the room, and it hit him directly in the eye. Never see mom jump up at me to beat my ass so quickly, because that was like, she was like, you almost just took out his eye. Like, this isn't funny. Maybe 2 years, within the next 2 years, you remember how we would straighten our hair in the hallway with the mirror? Oh my God, that was the most awful place to straighten your fucking hair, in the hallway of our house.
Yeah.
And so I took the cord out and I fucking swung it, and it literally smacks Dave in the eye. Another time, I see my mom the same way get up, like almost beat my ass. Like, dude, it was And honestly, those were probably the only 2 times I was scared of when I heard him. Okay, actually, I'll tell you this. Okay, because I can't get incriminated. We were children. One day
We hear the police come up. They're like, Tyler Simmons.
for hurting like a child when I was a child. So David and I were fighting, and I wrapped a towel around his face, and I made it like so tight to his face, and you could see the outline of his
Waterboarded
face.
him.
I was literally thinking him and Mason waterboarded me after I got my septum pierced in 2016, and Mason held. Like, they held me down. Him, Riley, and David, they held me down. And Mason, they poured the water over the cloth. And I remember I tried to get up, and Mason smashed my face back down to the thing so I didn't want to move, but I just got my nose pierced. So I was like clawing at their faces and like clawing at their shirts because, not because I was getting crowned, but because he was like smashing my brand new piercing into my face. Like, oh my God. So whatever. So it was like that. I had the towel wrapped
Just got
around his leg
waterboarded.
or his face, whatever, and you can see like the outline of his face through the thing, and you see him stick his tongue out, and I pulled his tongue so fucking hard. I ripped the motherfucker's tongue web, and Mom was like,
You ripped his tongue thing.
Yeah, I did.
His
It was
tongue
bad.
tie?
His tongue tie.
like- I ripped it open.
Oh my God.
Literally, I don't know if I should have like invented that. That was crazy, but I'm not kidding. We fought like to no end. Like, I
No.
remember there was times where I was on top of David. I was like choking him out. And I was like, do I just kill him? Like, love you, David. But David's also taken some crazy swings at us. So like,
Dude.
I think I said it to
Like, what are your
I don't
memories
know
of
if it
me?
was
Because I
to
don't
Uncle
have
Laser.
childhood.
Maybe this was the thing that I said to him, and he was like, that was funny. I was like, Jamie punched me so hard one time in the fucking shoulder, it felt like a flu shot. And he like was like, that was funny. I think that's what it was.
Oh, because you like described it as a metaphor.
No, but it felt like a flu shot. Like, I know exaggeration.
punched you?
You punched me one time. Maybe I was a freshman in high school and I was fucking with Jamie, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm getting bigger now. I got boobs.
Oh.
I can fight you, motherfucker. And you punched me just like a boom, and you could hear it. It was like a rat jumping out of a dumpster late at night. Like, and I've heard someone use that kind of description of like the thump. Like, it was like that. It was you could literally hear it in the room, and I'm not even kidding. It just the immediate ache, like there was medicine or something in my fucking
There was
shoulder.
medicine.
It made me feel so
Did I
sore.
used to hit you guys?
Jamie, barely, because she fucking throws punches like that. I was like, I am not fighting you. I'm going to fight some of my own size like David.
That's true. That makes sense.
You
Why
know?
the moment I punched Mom in the face, she was like, "I'm not fucking with you ever
Damn.
again."
Yeah, and
she
honestly,
was scared. I was like,
normalize-
"Apparently, I got a good punch."
All right, kids out there watching, if your parents are hitting you, once you get to a certain age, fight back because they'll stop hitting you.
They will.
They
They
will
really
stop hitting
will.
you. And I hate to say it, don't want to tell kids to fight back, but like, don't take the abuse and always tell a trusted adult. Speaking of Gypsy Rose.
Shit in their bed.
Yeah, no, I literally
might get your
the
ass
moment
beat.
I was so afraid to
would.
stand up to Mom because she like put so much fear in me of like what would happen if I stood up. But then I finally stood up as I got a little older. And then I was like, oh, I have the power now.
Yeah.
I'm the boss, baby.
No, straight up.
This is
and if
my
you don't want to hit
house.
them, get someone involved. It cannot be much worse than the alternative. You do not have to sit.
No, it
and
can
take
get
that shit.
worse.
It can get worse. Okay, actually, I'm so
And
sorry,
will.
Emily. We're going back to the beginning
Speaking of
the episode.
Gypsy Rose,
I know. Seriously, we love her.
We love that Gypsy Rose just got released.
No, fucking free. Just,
She's
I'm so happy. She's a free woman as of December 28th, 2023.
I know. I like me and Nolan, like every day, I'm like, how do you feel about Gypsy? And he'd be like, babe, I don't think I care about this as much as you do. And I go, you not giving a fuck about Gypsy is my Roman Empire. Don't ever say that to me again. Like,
Do you
this
think
girl is-
Gypsy Rose is like a woman thing? Like, do men know about her?
I think that men know about her, but like even Christina's boyfriend, I don't think knew about her really. And like once she was getting released, she was like, okay, we have to watch the act. Like unfortunately, I feel like it more strikes what's it like a
I
chord
feel
or
like when
whatever
women
with-
get abused, we internalize it different. And when men get
Yes.
abused, they're like, I'm just going to work it away.
yeah, yeah,
Do
yeah,
men
yeah.
really need to get hurt to be better men?
No,
Yeah.
no.
I kind of feel like they do.
Oh, no.
I feel like I went
I
through
think that
pain
the
and now I'm a
system's
better
all rigged.
person.
I think that we should just be nicer to men. Truly, don't get me wrong. I'm not fucking saying we love all men. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all. I think that if the system was nicer to them in the sense where they were able to be emotional like us, and then they wouldn't have all this repressed anger, of all the generational trauma from their fathers. Like, just not being able to feel the things that they feel and betraying themselves in the process consistently.
I
That's
see
all.
no cap.
No,
But, like,
it's
obviously,
so
fuck-
sad.
Not fuck
No
all
way.
men, but like fuck the men that do fucked up things. But unfortunately,
Fuck all
it was
people
all
who do
built
fucked
like
up
this.
shit.
You know what I mean? So I think that maybe
And we started this podcast off of choose violence, fight people.
I know, and they're like, but I actually do feel bad for the men.
But now I'll go back to therapy.
Are men's the one with repressed anger, or are women the ones with repressed anger?
I think we're both
Female-
repressed anger, and
not
the
female.
system just wants us to fight each other, so they're dividing us, men and women, when we just need to come together. And
it's because
women should be
overpopulated.
worshipped.
we're not overpopulated.
You don't think so?
Not in this basement.
Oh,
We're good.
I mean, if you do count all of Nolan's ghosts that are here.
He has ghosts.
Honestly, the basement feels
Probably.
cleaner energy than the living room.
I feel safe.
Yeah, down here.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
It's so funny. So like I feel like we're all very sensitive to like spooky energies. I'm not a basement person. And this is the one basement I genuinely feel like safe in. And I'm still kind of like coming in it occasionally by myself. But the fact that you were like, oh my God, I saw that basement. I do not fuck with basements. Nope. And then once you came down and said that it was good, I was like, okay, I actually feel like I can relax.
I like
when
it.
you told me that you felt good in here, I was like, okay, I never have to worry about it again. But also, like, he's a lovely family. So I feel like, I don't know, a house passed down in generations, I don't think that's like
I know we're
scary.
just traumatized from our house.
Yeah, and
That
the
must be
energy
so
that's
intense.
there.
Every time I would go back to our house, I would be like, oh my God.
This is scary.
It's as if there was like a portal from Stranger Things, like in the wall that's getting bigger and bigger, and like and then finally one day everything comes out, and you're like, oh, this house is doomed. Like there's no going back.
Oh,
Horrifying energy.
I had a fucking Holocaust memorial in my basement. It was so creepy. It looked like a gas chamber. It had chains in my basement. It was so scary. And there was George, the ghost, in my basement. And he would like make rattling noises and push shit over. I didn't like George, but we came to an agreement by the end of my tenure in that house.
George.
What was the agreement?
I did my laundry and he let me be.
Stop.
That's all I needed from him.
I don't like that. I'm like, sorry, George. We're not going to be friends. Get the fuck out of
Yeah.
the basement while I do my
Things
laundry.
in our house were not named George. They were named.
Yeah, no, like,
Oh, I named him George.
They put me in the basement in 5th grade. And I remember being like, I don't fucking like it down here. I was very sensitive to the energy.
Our basement was terrifying.
It was so scary.
They put
It is-
me in the basement really
I
young
know.
too.
I know.
And I before it was finished, and Dad would walk downstairs and he goes, "Do you hear that?" And I'd go, "What?" And he goes, "Those are the screams of the children on the walls. They
Oh my
they
God.
built the whole like basement out of bones of children that were killed here, and they're all in the walls." And he's like, "Can you hear them crying out for you?" And I'm like, "He would just fuck with me."
Yeah, he'd also call Mom Hitler. So I cannot understand why you would fuck with you like that. Like, oh
No,
my
dads are
God.
such assholes. My dad
Yeah.
used to like fucking tell me that somebody was gonna murder me. He pretended he was a werewolf and that he turned into a werewolf every month, and I believed him.
My dad would pretend to be a wolf.
Because he had
I
a
know the
hairy
wolf like a
chest.
bear.
I was like, he's a werewolf. And then he would like turn into a werewolf and start like screaming at me and chasing me around the house. And yeah, parents are fucked up.
Wait, I'm so sorry. I remember when Twilight was coming out. This was probably 6th grade. So maybe 2011, 2010. You were dating your high school boyfriend. And I remember you guys were in the basement, like the room with the purple and white tile, not the family room. And he pretended he was a werewolf. And he told me he was a werewolf. And I was so fucking scared. And I was probably
Wait, my
only in
boyfriend?
5th or 6th grade. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like,
he probably
hey, I'm
learned
like,
that from his dad.
no, like
he
straight
didn't
up.
have one.
No, but he flat out was like, I'm a werewolf. And you convinced me that he was a werewolf. And you were like, you can't tell Mom. I'm not even kidding. Ethan, and you scared the shit out of me. And then, not even later, like, they tell me he's a werewolf. Later on in life, he fucking sneaks through the laundry room door into Jamie's room, and I wake up and there's a man standing over me and Jamie's bodies because Jamie was scared of the ghosts or
I'd make her
whatever
sleep
it was.
with
She'd
me.
make me sleep with her. That's how I know you're not fucking around, because like I'm sensitive to energy too. The fact that like my older sister was more logical.
Dude, I
brain-
make Emily sleep with me sometimes.
yeah, no, it's
still.
so real, and like I respected you every time you'd ask me. I'm like, wow, an adult who was brave enough to ask her little sister to sleep with her. Because I was so scared.
She
of
was
her
like 16.
to the point where like David will be like, "Oh, this apartment will be amazing for you. You can see every room from each room." I'm like,
I was like 16,
were
but I had
scared.
my shit together before college. I think after college is like when my shit hit the fan. But I was like, I dressed like a substitute teacher.
yeah, she did.
I was sober. I had all my shit together. And then Tyler was just like, I'm crazy. Like,
I'm an alcoholic. I'm in 7th grade. I want to do coke. And she's like, oh my God, like this is not good. You're a high risk young teen. But she really was giving like substitute teacher vibes.
well, that's why I
So
go a
that's
little
like,
crazy
it made
now.
me feel valid though about the ghost stuff, because I was like, if my older sister is feeling the same energy, something is going on. It's
and it's
not
not
just
because I'm
me.
on drugs or
It's
drinking
not
or anything.
exactly. So
Well, I had my stepmom who believed in ghosts and shit, and I was the only one besides her who noticed it, but she had dementia. So I was like, am I going crazy too? Because I can't trust her judgment.
no.
Because that bitch is tapped.
Oh, that's sad though.
What were
'cause,
your
like
ghosts
everyone's
like?
valid.
Like, did you have
dementia.
demonic ghosts or did you just have ghosts? Like, there's, like, I
No,
think our
there's
house had
ghosts here, but
demonic.
We had demonic energy in our house, for sure. There was like things I saw in that house where I was like, this is not, we got to write a book. Like, we definitely got to write a book.
I remember when
because-
Mom was talking about Nana one time. It was like in the middle of the night, and Nana had like we had a giant picture frame of Nana,
Yeah.
and it fell and it broke everything. But Nana's frame,
Was fine.
Mom's angel stayed intact. Like, she had one of those like Christmas angels that turn that are really creepy.
I remember that one.
But like the ceramic faces, that stayed intact. And then Nana's photo, like the glass broke, but everything, or I don't even think the glass broke. I think Nana's thing stayed perfectly intact, but everything else on the table smashed.
That scares me so bad.
And
I
as
love
she
her
was talking
though.
about Nana. It's creepy.
That is fucking creepy. But also, like, I live in the house where Nana died, and I love it. Like, I'm like, Nana's here. Like, I don't know. I feel like very with her.
Coaster.
Yeah, this is the only house I didn't feel like that insane paranoia. Well, because you grow up in a house like that, and then you have a disorder where your brain's telling you that's probably kind of happening. So I was very scared to leave like certain rooms for a long time in my life, because like I was like a fucking 18-year-old in a 20-year-old's body. It wasn't that different. You know what I mean? It was same brain. So I had the same kind of like vibes. And that was the first house that I didn't feel like I was looking over my shoulder every time. Like, I was like, you know what? My Nana's here. Like, my Nana will tell any motherfucker to fuck off. My Nana dated Whitey Bulger, all right? She'll tell these fucking spirits to fuck off. That's what Mom said. I
I've
don't know
never
if she
felt
actually
that
dated
safety.
Whitey Bulger. But
No, yeah, they said that Whitey Bulger was trying to date Nana.
Oh,
and
okay, yeah,
Nana
yeah.
wanted nothing to do with
she
that.
was a bad bitch.
And she was
so
like, get out of my house, and they like broke down their door and shit.
that is
So
what my
Nana
mom
wouldn't be a mafia wife?
Nana was not about the mafia life. She was like, I'm trying to do better for my kids.
I'd be like, that's how I do better for my kids. I stand by my man.
Yeah.
I murder people with my man. Bro.
I mean, honestly, like, would you date Whitey Bulger?
Yes. Oh.
I love how both of you answered immediately, and you go, no. Like, I was kind of like not considering it, but I was like, oh, is this a safe space? I don't know. Like, I want to
Okay,
feel
but,
safe
like,
with
the
my
three
man.
If he looked like Johnny Depp, yeah.
The 365 movie where he's like a mafia king, but he's the sexiest man alive and like super dominant,
Never
and great
seen
in
that.
bed, and has a giant dick. Like, will take me on his yacht everywhere. Like, live the
What did
classy
he do?
mafia life.
Doesn't he have access to weed if he's a mafia guy? Like, absolutely, I'll marry you.
Yeah.
Free weed?
I
Fuck, man,
almost
Put that in my
international
prenup,
waters.
bro.
Wait, I'm confused. What did he do?
Who?
He was in the mafia? Was
Whitey
he
Bulger?
Italian?
Whitey Bulger?
Bro, I don't know.
I think
was
it's
like
the
the Italian-
Irish. I
he,
think
like-
it's the Irish.
Yeah, he was
The
mafia.
Irish mob?
mafia. I would
Irish
love to
mob.
date an Irish
mob.
man.
Yeah.
The IRA? Is
The
that same
IRA,
thing?
yeah.
My ex-boyfriend.
It's so
the kid
funny
I
'cause-
lost my virginity's to dad worked for
It's
the
so funny because
IRA or something.
In college, I was in the Inter-Residence Association.
Like, I'm in
So-
the IRA.
So it was Ira, and I remember coming home in my Ira gear, and my mom, like being the Irish woman, she goes, "What the fuck are you wearing?" And I'm like taking photos with my IRA shirts and like in Boston, and every time I wore it out in Boston, I got looks, and people would come up to me and be like, "Why the fuck are you wearing that?" And I'm like, Inter-Residence Association.
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
They're
one of
really
my
rich
friends
now.
in middle school, I'm trying to think if you know who I'm talking about, but she said we were convinced her dad was in the Italian mob because she was like, he keeps saying he goes to like a warehouse to work,
I
and
feel like I know who you're talking about.
no,
Oh.
did you say
Yeah.
no?
Wasn't that the girl who like went to school with Justin Bieber?
Like you know the fruit store.
Wait, what's that called? The Little Center?
It's like the fruit shop right off of Morrissey Boulevard. Yeah, I wasn't going to say it.
I used to love that fruit stand. You could go in and just get a huge bowl of fruit for like $20. I'd fuck that shit up every time. Wait, I have a Boston topic because I feel like we should start talking about Boston and Miami.
Yeah. Oh my God. I honestly, it's insane the differences. Like how happy I feel in Miami is like, everyone's so nice. I don't want to like throw hands as like quickly, I guess I could say. Like, but honestly, maybe that's just because you know that people are down to stab you there. And they're not just like all talk. So maybe that's it.
But I can get stabbed anywhere.
You can, but there is a nicer energy in Miami.
Even
like
right here.
That food stand that we went to
Food stands
in Miami, and like I loved that woman who was working. She was a cancer. It was all three of us. That woman. Do you remember that woman at that food stand in Miami? We were talking to her like
your
for 2 days in a row.
Is so crazy to me because you'll be like, I remember the day, the smell in the air, what they were wearing, and I have no memory of any of it.
Oh, it's insane. There's actually
if I write a book, I'm gonna have to refer to you for our childhood.
Please, honestly, because I could do dates like in months. I'm so serious.
You're always like June 2017 at 7 p.m. This happened to me. You know, like what?
No, seriously, my first boyfriend in middle school, we started dating September 7th of 2010. We broke up on January 25th of 2011. I could tell you every person's like anniversary. Like I'm so serious.
Still?
So yeah, no, there's a thing called, I fucking wish I had I'm like, Jamie, pull it up. Is that what Joe Rogan's
producer
is? Yeah, pull it up. I definitely have it. It's when someone can like very much remember dates because of certain things and certain events in their lives. I definitely have it. I don't think it's because of trauma. A lot of people that have that have dyslexia, which I also think I have as well. But it could be something about the OCD that makes me do that as well.
I'm really good at remembering numbers.
Yeah, phone numbers are so good at that.
Phone numbers. I don't know why.
I'm so good at phone numbers.
I don't know if
emails,
if I like something bad happened to me and I had to call someone, I wouldn't be able to call anyone.
Without
my cell phone.
I could call every number that mom and dad have had since we were in like.
I couldn't call anyone.
Dates and numbers. Pretty cool. I kind of like it though. It makes me feel like a superhero. I'm also like, I know that you said that, bitch. You said it on September 22nd at 9:47 p.m.
Don't wrong Tyler. She will call you out.
Bitch. I got the receipts.
In her brain.
In my brain.
In my brain. And
your brain is like a CVS receipt.
I've been telling people that I think that my brain is like a filing cabinet because I'm a Virgo moon, but I think it's the OCD.
It's definitely the OCD.
He's like, I think it's because I'm a Virgo.
Like a Virgo moon. I'm like, oh, you're a Virgo moon. Does your brain feel like this? And they're like, like kinda. And I'm like, okay, yeah. But now I'm like, oh, this makes sense. But I kind of like that, to be able to like go back to a time and know what happened, what people were wearing, things like that. But not all the time. Like
no
I don't
recollection.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
Wait, you know that trend that's like, we're girls, of course, blah, blah, blah.
Of course we're going to take screenshots of your dick pic in case we have to send them to your mom after you tell us you're going to kill us after we refuse to suck your dick.
Well, that's very niche.
We're girls.
Of course we're girls.
No, that was just
Of course we're girls. We're going to blame it on our Virgo moon instead of the fact we got a recent OCD diagnosis.
We're girls.
We're girls.
We're girls.
What?
You just keep getting nicher and nicher.
I know. I'm like, I just start going into more detail. I'm like, of course, we're girls. I'm gonna pick up a patient. I'm gonna be responding to an exorcism on scene, but think it was for seizures. We're girls.
We're girls. We're going to drive past our ex-boyfriend's house every holiday and hope that he doesn't have another girl there.
With a different car and another sedate. We're girls.
We're girls.
Fuck you guys.
No, that is my favorite clip.
No, that was about me.
Oh.
No, but I made it about you. I'm so sorry because that is my favorite clip of you guys.
That's
like
a
even
great
at the
clip.
live show, that was like once that clip started, I was like, okay, I'm recording this one because that's like the funniest fucking, like, I don't know, the timing, everything, the laughs at the end. Oh my God, you're so silly. If I had a car, I would probably do the same thing. Oh, I can't say that. You're not a real life stalker.
Well, we
I know
worked
a
at
real
the
life
same
stalker.
place. So is it really stalking if I just went to work?
Oh no.
Exactly.
Wait, I thought you went to his house.
I feel like it's
I did
with
both.
intention, though. So if you're at work and your intention is, I'm going to figure out what he's doing.
We're girls.
Wait, did you guys know that there's more than just a G spot inside of you?
Oh.
There's also like an A spot and an O spot. And I found this out last night.
Is the O spot just the hole?
The O spot is like the top of your hole, yeah. Right as you enter, like up above. The G spot's a little bit further underneath. And then the A spot is right in front of your cervix, and you can reach it from your butthole. You can hit right into your cervix, like right above it, and that's the A spot.
From your butthole?
Mm-hmm.
So we do have a spot in our butthole.
Is that
Kind
what
of,
gives
yeah.
you sharp asshole pains?
Oh.
Maybe.
So I actually love that you guys know what I'm talking about, because the first time I ever like had someone tell, like, I would ask people, do you ever like get like sharp pains in your asshole when
Like,
you're
you feel like
taking
you're
it
being
like from like
stabbed.
doggy, or if you even have a tampon in certain like positions? Everyone was like, no, it made me feel so alone for so long. And then one day Kevin Acosta was like, do you guys ever with me too, cheek Kevin, and he's like, do you guys ever get random sharp pains in your asshole? And I was like, yes. And he was like, oh my God. And I was like, I've never felt so seen in a situation. Like, describe it to me. And he's like, no, like, you just want to go sit down and then you feel that pain. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yes. And you have to shoot right back up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So men get
You're
those
like
too.
the Stephen Harvey meme where he's like, yes, sit on
Yes.
it.
Yeah. Oh, that.
Yeah.
I love that sound.
Yeah.
I love that TikTok. Yes. That was me, like, cheering. Oh my God. I never felt so
But
seen.
you know what I also didn't know? The G spot is the back end of your clit. It's your clit from the back. So your clit
Gotta
goes
hit it from
into
the
you,
back.
and your G spot is you stimulating your clit from behind.
I have no idea how my vagina works. I'm like, you're like, your clit's, it goes,
Your clit is
So if you-
shaped like those bones.
Like a
those-
tree root, kind of.
Yeah,
So
like
the
a
tree
little-
root goes back into your vagina, and you can stimulate it through like your vaginal wall.
so maybe you had to pee. Watching you do this, maybe you had to pee for some reason.
I've never fingered anyone before.
Come here,
Come
woman.
here.
Come
Like,
here,
not
woman.
even myself.
No, I don't
She's
finger
going like
myself.
this, and she's like, is this
I
what I'm
hate-
supposed to do?
I learned
It's
about
not.
toys, and I was like, why the fuck would I ever go manual ever again?
Why would I ever go manual? You do that if you're like at someone else's house for 4 days, you're laying on their couch in the middle of the night, you're like, maybe I could.
No, I bring my toys. I bring my toys to people's houses.
Oh my God.
Not
no,
like
I
friends'
don't.
houses, but like a man's house.
Yeah, no. If you're
Oh,
going to a
for
man's
sure.
house, I'm obviously bringing my vibrator. Because
Yeah.
If I'm like hooking up with you consistently, I'm making you buy sex toys to keep at your house so I don't have to keep lugging them and having TSA check.
Yeah.
I honestly
sure.
kind of like when TSA checks it and they find something juicy. I feel like I gave them a little spice for their day, you know? I'm like,
What if
you
they
needed
use
that
it?
more than I did.
What if
Yeah,
they
they like
use it?
put it in there. It's like a guy who wasn't
He,
brushed
like,
his teeth
smells
in
the
fucking
sex
4
toy and he's
days.
like-
He has gingivitis. He's like fucking putting it in his mouth, and then he puts it back in the suitcase. And he's like, that girl's gonna get BV for sure.
Like, do they smell your panties?
I hope
Like when
Probably.
you travel back with dirty clothes, think about that. I never thought about it until now.
you have like
Do
fucking,
TSA agents smell your dirty panties?
you have like blood marks and like skid marks.
What are you doing in your underwear, Tyler?
She's like, I'm having a ball.
I'm wearing them for 4 days straight. I'm going to New Orleans and I'm not taking these panties off
That's
once.
men.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
men.
No, not all men.
No.
You saw my boyfriend shower. Somebody
He has a
cooked
great
there.
shower.
Somebody cooked
He
there.
has Lush products. Somebody cooked
He
there.
only has Lush products. Every other product is mine.
I said that to him.
every
I
Burt's
go, why do you have so many Lush products? I go, someone cooked here. He goes, I cooked here, Jamie. I'm
Oh,
a barber. And I was
tell
like,
him.
what does that being a barber have to do with Lush products? Sounds like an excuse.
No, he's very hygienic is the word. Like he's
He's got a
definitely
good
clean.
setup.
Low-key,
And everything's organized in the
dated
shower.
2 barbers. I've never dated a dirty barber. I'll be honest. Like they're very definitely fucking clean. I will
He's
say
the
that.
clean
Like
one.
yeah.
And then Tyler's the
Nicest
dirty,
asshole
stinky
I've ever
girl.
seen. Yeah. No, it's actually hilarious. Like I'll be like laying in bed, and I'll be like, dude, I just don't want to get up yet. Like, would you judge me if I stay stinky like right now for like a minute? And he's like, let's stay stinky. And then he'll be like, don't shower. I want to be stinky. And I'm like,
Oh,
I had
Yeah,
a
no.
boyfriend like that
That's
too.
so
you know what I mean? Like,
cute.
because it's like we're all, I don't know. I love the way he smells. He likes the way I smell. I've literally told him when we first started dating, I'm like, I smell like Italian subs. And he's like, I'm Italian. I was like, oh
my
my
God.
God. You're
Me and
speaking
Jamie
my
always tell
language.
each other that we smell like onions. Like, I'll
It's
be like,
real.
Jamie, I smell like onions.
Our
Sniff
Uncle
me.
Jimmy smells the same way. I remember I smelled his BO recently, and I go, you smell just like Mom. And he goes, yeah, we have the same. He was like, we have the same BO. Come on, we're family. I was like, okay. I don't know, but we all smell like onions. It's a thing. So
I don't know what. Is it because we eat so many onions?
That's what I've been
Garlic.
told. And
I've
I eat
never been told I
onions.
smell like onions from a man though.
No one's ever been like, you full on smell like onions. It's more me being like, I smell like onions. And then they're like, oh my God, dude, you fucking smell like onions. But they're like, I like
I
that
get
shit.
musty.
I get musty. It depends. If I'm
Like
hot
musty and
sweaty,
dusty.
like right now, maybe I smell like a little bit of onions. I don't know, but
I get
I
burnt.
don't smell anything.
My BO gets so bad,
Wait,
You always say that, but I never
right now I
you.
smell musty.
but I smell me.
No, I showered and put on that Dove spray that always makes you stay fresh.
It does. Dove,
Is it
stay
like
fresh.
Is it the deodorant?
It's a spray deodorant.
I use
love
the
that.
one that gives me chemical burns, but I still
Oh my God,
use
she uses
it.
the Old Spice, and I literally got chemical burns from that, and that's why my armpits are stained yellow now.
No, mine are
Is
stained
because of
red
that.
a little bit. Like if you ever look at my pictures, like right here, it's like a little stained red, and because it's like taken off like a layer of her skin. And she saw
Old
me.
Spice took a layer of your skin off.
Yeah,
You do.
I use the anti-perspirant or something like
It smells so
perspirant
good,
or whatever, Fuji. And it was funny. She saw me. She was like, "Oh my God, I used to use this, but it gave me chemical burns." I was like, "Oh yeah, it still gives me the chemical burns. I love this one." And she was like, "What the fuck? Like you?"
I used to use the secret, like the one that you twist and it's like jelly. And then you have to like stay like this for like 10
I do
minutes to
remember
dry
you-
your armpits.
I do remember that. I
Oh.
don't like that though.
I
because,
don't
like,
either. And it always like every time I put my clothes on, it would get wet. It would never be fully dry.
Yeah.
I used
Also-
to use what's the ban one? That's like a wet one. Is for like people who are really stinky and sweaty, and I'm both of those things.
You say it's for people who are smelly and stinky, and I was like, isn't that for poor people?
Oh, maybe my mom just said that because we were poor, and she wanted me to think it was for stinky people, and that I was stinky.
Oh.
Turns out we were just broke. So I used that, and it never dried, and I would always be fucking wet under my, and then that would make me sweatier because I was wet. You know,
Yeah.
It stimulates it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I would say using glycolic acid on my armpits has been the best. I rarely wear deodorant.
That's the thing that you made me put on my butthole.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
She was
I
like-
bleached your butthole for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. She was like, "Put this on your butthole; it will bleach it."
It's so
I actually
sweet.
need to get it again because like that's so sick. Like you put it on,
And you were like, does my butthole look lighter? I'm like, I don't know, spread them more.
I feel like my butthole's brown, and I'm okay with that.
my coochie pink, my booty hole brown. I mean, dude, I've seen some fucking pink assholes. And
I don't think
I
my coo-
love you.
Yeah,
One
Love
of your friends has a great butthole.
Pink assholes.
I know you know which one I'm talking about.
I'm talking about her
The Twitter one?
specifically.
That was the
The
fucking,
Twitter girl?
Yeah.
She's the best pussy I've ever seen, too.
The
Beautiful.
nicest.
I
looking-
used to send her pussy to everyone I know and be like, you want to see the most beautiful pussy and asshole in your life?
Oh my god, yeah.
Did you give her a shout out?
Yeah, she did put it on Twitter. I was gonna say this was like a thing circulating in a group chat.
Wait,
This
can we
was
give her a
public
shout out?
post. Maybe not because I don't think she does sex work anymore, so I don't
Okay.
know if she would want to be known for that. But at the time when she had that post up, love you, girl. Your fucking pussy is
Beautiful.
the prettiest thing I've ever seen, and same with your asshole. Like literally the most fire body. She's very into fitness now. So
I have an innie pussy, and I hate it.
you've never eaten pussy?
No, I have an innie pussy.
I have
Why
an
do you
itty
hate
pussy
that?
too.
It's like clammed up. Like I feel like there's like another lip inside the lip, and I'm like, it looks weird.
I know. I've heard that. I personally,
I have that.
as a woman who likes other women as well, I love all vaginas. I do think the ones
I
that are
don't.
out are cute. Oh my God, Jamie, we're not gonna pussy shame on the podcast.
We've had this conversation before. I feel like I'm getting deja vu.
Did we?
Yeah, and you're like, I don't
The
like every
viewers
pussy.
are like, this is the second time they talked
No, I
about
just
this.
I'm not super into women. I'm into women, but
No,
like,
I get that.
I think I'm just like more comfortable with like people who
Penises.
look like me. In like
Okay, I
certain
get
ways.
that.
Does that make sense?
No, that actually I think does make a lot of sense in certain ways. I totally understand.
But I've been super into girls and I'm just like, I can tell you don't have a nice pussy and I just like can't.
There's no such
Like I
thing as
wouldn't
a
like
bad
I like
pussy.
them and I want to be intimate with them, but I don't want their vagina.
Like you've seen
I
what it
haven't
looks like,
I haven't seen what it looks like.
but you just know it'll
You
be
just
bad.
like, I love you the way you are. We don't need to
Like some
explore
girls just
that.
give off like bad pussy vibes.
Do I give
my
off
God, do
bad
I
pussy
give off
vibes?
Bad pussy vibes?
You give off very wet pussy vibes.
Honestly, but you have to warm me up. Like it used to when I was younger, I could just get wet from like nothing. Now I feel like I need more foreplay.
Dude, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like the type of bitch. Mia Malkova talked about this, and I actually have never related more, but now in my life I relate to this. I feel like the idea of a dick not fitting in me, if like, okay, no one's got a big dick. If he tries to have sex with me and I'm not like wet right away, like we didn't have
It's a
foreplay,
struggle.
that fucking, not even that is a struggle, the fucking struggle of him trying to put it in me dry, even though it's very rare, that turns me on.
Me
That
too.
gets me fucking wet.
Me
I'm like,
too.
the fact that this can't fit in me, that's so hot. And then I'm
Wait,
like,
really?
okay,
I'm like sitting there being like, fuck, I'm so sorry. Spit on it. Like, do we grab the lube? What's
No,
going
like
on?
for some reason,
I like it for me, but I feel bad for them in that sense. I'm like, oh, like spit on it, we'll get lube. But for me, I'm like, oh, I kind of like the challenge.
I like the challenge
of
you
trying to make it
put this in.
fit.
I don't know why. Yes, honestly, for some reason, literally, I'm telling you, Mia Mokova is the only one I've ever seen talk about this like this. And when I think I just started feeling this way, and then she posted the clip, and I was like, okay, I actually very much get it. It is the struggle. It's like, oh, it doesn't fit. So that makes me turned on because it won't fit inside me. So like, then I get so wet. But like, I will stay wet the entire time. Our normal rounds are like 30 to 45 minutes.
I stay, if I'm super into it
time.
and I like you, I'm so wet. I'm like, so.
The whole time. I'll be wet.
Yeah, I'm like, so.
I
And then the
never
moment, if I'm
tap
not that
out.
into it, I'm not. It's really about how into it I am.
For sure. And if I love you, oh my God, I'm like,
Yeah, because I
let's
just want
do it
you.
all day.
We are finishing this podcast up and heading out to MGM to open up and host for Uncle Laser in Springfield, Massachusetts, the 5th and 6th of January. This is actually coming out, after the fact, but thanks for listening anyways.
Oh, are we going to do like a game or anything, bro?
Yeah.
I know, I was going to say, let's pull some fucking cats. I want to
Let's
ask
play some fucking cats.
I love like answering spicy questions.
This is it's called extra dirty.
I love a spicy
Just like my
question.
martinis.
Oh, I'm not really a spicy martini.
All right, dirty girl.
Okay.
Do you think it's more important to shower before sex or after sex?
Ooh. Honestly, it depends on what you're into.
That's so true.
I don't mind a little salt. I'm just kidding. No,
You like
but
a little musk?
yeah, I like it sometimes. Like there has been times where like Nolan came home and I full on like ate his ass after working a 12-hour day, and he's like, I just worked. And honestly, it tasted great. So I was like, that's fine. Like if that's what your ass tastes like, dirty, like that's fine. But sometimes I feel more comfortable after like a really nice shower. If you're gonna go down on me, I want to feel clean. I don't want to feel like I'm overthinking or something
Yeah,
like
but there's
that.
definitely times I've had sex though where I'm like, I'm clean. Like right now I could have sex because
Yeah.
I showered earlier. Even though we've been like running around. But if it gets like all sweaty, like sometimes you get really hot and sweaty with the other person and you're like covered in like a film of sweat and like your juices are everywhere and you can just like smell like sex. So I think taking a shower after, I don't know.
I need
both.
before
Like, I
and
like both.
after. I want to have sex and feel clean, so I'm not
Honestly, I usually
overthinking.
do neither,
and then I
but-
need to have shower sex after.
No, honestly, like if I'm being real, my ideal situation is like we get ready. Maybe it's like 3 or 4. We go, have a few drinks. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not like a planner, but like this is like a good sex night for me.
I'm not a
We go
planner. I
get
just have
oysters.
OCD and I'm a Virgo moon.
Yeah, I just have OCD and I'm a Virgo moon. Not a planner at all. Love to go with the flow. Love a good martini. Love some seafood. Then like hang out, flirt the entire time, and then you're just kind of talking about like, okay, this is what we're gonna do when we get back. And then like you smoke a blunt, then you go home. You're like feeling really vulnerable, and then you fuck it out. Like I love that. And then if it's so good, you don't get it. You don't get into the shower because you're
just
laying
going.
in. I love that. Even getting up to go pee, like so I don't get a UTI. Worst fucking feeling. To
I
the point
hate
where I'll
that.
make Nolan come pee with me. I'm like, if I have to pee after this, you should have to be a part of it. This is my aftercare. Come spend time with me in the bathroom because sometimes it takes me a second to pee. So I need the water on and I need to put my hand in it to feel the warm water to really make myself
Make
go
yourself
pee every
pee?
time. Sometimes
That's
after
so
sex, I feel like I
funny.
have to piss like immediately. I remember you used to tell me, you're like, if you feel like you're gonna come, it's gonna be piss. Just let it go. And I'm like, girl, that's
if you're gonna feel like you're gonna pee, it's gonna be squirt. So
Okay,
let
no,
go.
I know, but at the time, I think you told me this when you were in high school, so I think you were like, it's an orgasm. And now I'm like, babe, I'm gonna piss all over that dick. So there's
Yes.
some times where I feel like I'm gonna pee after, and then there's some times where I feel like I'm not gonna. It doesn't matter how good of it was. It's a toss up. So sometimes I need to
can't
put
squirt
my
like
hand.
every time. I don't know what it is.
I've squirted once in my life, and it was on someone's leather couch. It was the first person I ever slept with, and he took a picture of it. Like I remember, I was like on my knees, and he was behind me on his knees, and we were like, the end of the couch is right here, literally right here. I'm facing this way. And I felt water just like come out of me. I was so fucking scared. I was like, my water broke. Like, what just happened?
You weren't even
I
pregnant.
know I was not pregnant, but I could have been. I was 15.
Like it's a cryptic
I'm
pregnancy.
scared. Yeah, it
I
was so
remember there
scary.
was cum on my vagina. I was like, I'm pregnant.
Yeah, no, like that should scare me. And I immediately went to the bathroom to like dry myself because it was so much like squirt. And he took a picture with the flash on of the leather couch, and it was a puddle, and put it on Snapchat. Wrote, "Just made Bay squirt."
Who did this?
In high school.
Sorry. The person I lost my virginity to. Yeah. He looked like Augustus Waters. Red flag.
Wow, and he made you squirt?
Not when he made me squirt.
Oh.
But the one,
All right,
but the one he made.
Questions going.
Yeah, sorry.
What shit do you need to let go of?
Oh my God, next question. So many things. Everything anyone's ever done to me in elementary school, middle school. There's some things I've let go. Because, like, I know who I am and I know I'm that bitch. But I feel like, I don't know, I'm OCD.
Basically, if you've hurt me, I need to let go of that.
Yeah, I'm a Cancer. I don't fucking... My 2024 January co-star thing said that in 2024 you'll finally get over your 5th grade breakup. And I was like, no, I won't. Don't put me through that. I'm not healing through that. Like, I just can't. So
All right.
that's being a Cancer.
What's the pettiest reason you've stopped seeing someone?
Oh, fuck. So many petty things. But also, I don't think I'm that petty.
I think it's just setting boundaries.
I think it is just setting boundaries. Straight up, I don't think I'm petty. I think that, like, I've been emotionally immature in situations and whatever, and maybe I didn't behave the right way, but you still hurt me. So if I had the right communication skills in that situation, I could be like, no, you did this, so I'm leaving. Bye. But at the time, I didn't know how to properly say that. So then, in turn, I was toxic and petty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get that.
But y'all deserved it. So.
What's the pettiest ick you've gotten for a man?
One time, the guy who I lost my virginity to, he would come like, and I remember when I was little, I was like, you look like a girl. If I wanted to date a girl, I would date a girl. Why do you come like a girl? But now if a guy came like that, I'm like, that's the hottest thing ever.
No,
but
I've definitely had guys come and they come like a woman. I don't know how to explain it.
No, and that's hot itself. Like, I'm not shaming that now, but this is, keep in mind, I was fucking 16 and having sex. Of course, I was like immature and I was too young to be having sex. But at the time, as a kid, I was like, that's fucking, you look like a bitch.
That's gay.
Do you think
That's gay.
Do you think there's an age, well, like, because you're saying you had sex at 16, that's too young to having sex?
You shouldn't have sex at
I had
teenage
sex
age.
at 16.
I was
I
15.
know, and yours was a good experience, but also I feel like very circumstantial. Mom was not nice about that. I don't know. There's just so many things. I don't know.
I don't think
We were
I
going
should have
through
been
so
having
much.
sex at 16.
That's what I'm saying. It was definitely harmful for me. I don't think that that's for everybody. I'm not saying that kids should go out and fucking experiment and do that stuff. I know for sure. I have
definitely
friends
not doing it.
Yeah,
But I watched those girls who parents kept them caged and then they became whores and got knocked up or like really early on and like put themselves in bad situations because they didn't experience like real dating. So I'm gonna let my kids date, but I'm gonna like teach them how to date and the things that they should look for because I don't want to like shield them from that and then they go off to the real world and have no idea and get taken advantage by people.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to model a good relationship to my kids.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Oh my God.
And like show them that because we never had that model. Any of us.
Never. The only thing that Mom ever said about men that I was like, okay, and I didn't actually like listen to it at the time because I was a 9th grader. She was like, if a guy asks you more than once to do something and you already told him that like, no, I don't feel good, I don't want to do this, he does not fucking respect you. Do not do it. And that was the one thing that she actually said to me that was like valid. And I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to be a shamey person. I'm very sex positive. I'm very who I am because of our mother.
I
and
loved my
love
mom
that.
being
And
so
I
sex
love
positive.
that she was like that. Yeah, no, the fact that she talked about masturbation with us, like things like that, I definitely am so grateful for that. And I talk to Nolan about that all the time. I'm like, if we have kids, do you think like I'm not going to talk about this in a healthy, appropriate way? There are so many ways to talk
and people
about
are like,
it.
why do you have a sex podcast? I'm like, my mom has been talking about sex to me since I was a kid, so I would be aware of what's good, what's not, adults, like everything.
Yeah.
Understanding my body.
She projected a little bit, but
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm actually going to ask you one final question.
okay. I know. I'm so sorry,
If you
guys.
have one, you can too.
Have to go to the groomers. I'm a stepmom.
If you had $100,000 to spend on an object you could fuck one time, what would you buy?
An object I could fuck? A fucking UFO with a bunch of aliens in it. And a fucking table. They fucking tie me to and probe me. Maybe, probably. I don't know.
I feel like you would love that.
Could you buy a spaceship for $100,000? I don't know. That seems a little
I don't
low.
know. I don't think that they'd do our currency or our money.
I could go to like a NASA auction.
No, I don't. I really don't know. But $100,000 for a thing that fucks you sounds a little
object.
weird. Okay, maybe like a Sibian the size of a horse.
I literally was thinking of horse, and then I thought of a Sibian too. That's so funny.
So maybe like like a
horse
Sibian.
Like an alien Sibian.
Yeah, like an alien, like a tentacle size, but it's like on top of like the horse-like object, but you're so on the horse that you can't get off.
It's
of
like
the
a
tentacle.
mechanical bull at a bar, but it has a Sibian on it.
But it has a
You're just going-
Sibian. Yeah,
It has
that
a what
actually.
on it?
Okay, that's my
A
answer.
Sibian is a thing that you literally mount and ride, and it has like a dick that fucks you,
I love those videos.
and you can, or, like you can masturbate on it. Yeah, they're great.
There was this one guy who I've never hung out with him, never hooked up with him, anything, but he would literally be like, come to my house and I'll tie you to my Sibian and I'll leave for an hour.
That's hot.
And I was
so
like, that is
hot.
the
That's hot.
hottest thing I've ever heard. And I told him the only reason why I'm considering this is because you told me you would leave. And he was like, valid, I've done it before. And I was kind of like, how many girls have ridden the Sibian? I'm kind of not
so
feeling
true.
it
That's
special.
my first thought.
I'm not feeling it special anymore, and I think I'm gonna have to decline.
Okay.
So-
Have you ever taken a substance to impress somebody that never actually like hit you and you lied about it? Like, have you ever smoked weed with somebody?
Oh my god, the first time I got drunk, 100%. But we all lied, so I don't know if that counts. I think we all shared a beer our first time, and it was like crazy. Mom got arrested because you fought her that night, and I remember I was pretending to be drunk, like, oh my god, I'm so fucked up, like my mom's gonna kill me and choke off me. It's like, your mom's in jail, babe. You don't have to go anywhere.
I think
You're not
you
going
called me that night too, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Don't worry, mom's in jail. Like
Yeah.
I took care of
But I
it."
think I thought I was drunk. I don't know. I was like 12. And like this was like before I was like hard drinking at 12. Like this was like my first beer.
Light drinking.
Yeah, like light. We're all splitting a beer bottle that I stole from mom's house. It was like in a bottle. And I remember we all like walked and we poured the beer in our Gatorade bottles and we're like, we're going to get so shitted.
It's so
And
drunk
we walked
right
the
now.
strip like and all, and we were like, yeah, we're like those bitches, like drinking out of Gatorade
That's so
bottles.
funny.
We're
It
like
takes like
pigs.
3 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, we're fine. They told me we can go get her in 20 minutes, but
Oh.
I just figured we'd wrap it up and then I'd go run over
yeah,
and
yeah.
grab her.
I thought you only had 3 minutes. I was like, we gotta wrap this up.
No. I felt
Okay.
bad, but
Okay.
so yeah, we're going to pick up a
I'm
dog.
like, the first time I got drunk, I got sexually assaulted, so that was fun.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and then I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not drinking again." Didn't drink for like 2 years. I drank one night, and then yeah.
I got nervous. You're gonna say I drank one night and got assaulted again. I was so scared.
I honestly think that's what happened.
Don't assault women. Why would you do that? We're so cute and sweet.
It's because we're too cute and sweet.
I know. They're like, fuck, I just have to assault
Oh, those
you.
shoulders just get me every
Yeah,
time. I just
what
gotta
the
punch a bitch and yeah.
Who?
I don't know. I'm talking like men.
Yeah.
Shoulders, man, they get me.
Oh yeah, cover
Shoulders.
Well,
Shoulders.
Tyler, thank you for coming on again.
Thank you. Sorry, guys.
Guys,
that
this
I
is my
overshared.
sister. Did we start it and preface it as you're my sister?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're in the basement. Help me. No, I'm just kidding.
Get us
It's
out.
the only basement of any of my boyfriend's houses that I've been in that I actually enjoy. So thank you for coming to my boyfriend's basement. This was Two Girls, One Blonde. I'm Tyler47, and we'll see you later.
No. Oh yeah. You're so
There
very
we go.
natural.
Where can we find you?
Tyler47, 2 Ys on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.
And
And my-
Spotify.
And Spotify is Tyler47 with 1 Y. And my OF is Tyler Crying because I cry a lot.
There we go.
And she's like, I take it so good. I'm bawling my
Yes,
eyes out.
every time. You won't know what kind of video you're going to get because I'm just always crying.
I love it.
Thank you guys so
Thank
much
you guys
for
so much, seriously.
for listening. We're still doing the raffle for the Chill Steel Pipe. So we've gotten a couple screenshots where people send in their reviews. Make sure you send us a review. 5 stars on Apple Podcasts so we can jump up in those rankings. We're going to pick somebody to win a Chill Steel Pipe bong.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Brother.
All right, we
Over
love you
now.
guys.
Bye.